All right, everyone. Well, welcome again to another episode of Audio Bar. As always, I'm your host, Mike Sains. Sitting beside me, as always, my co-host and guitarist for the band Moogatu, Chris Lee. Today, here in Centreville, Virginia, at Blue Hippo Recordings, we have with us the Trongone band in town for one night playing at the Hamilton.
Yes.
And we're here to just talk about the band and your sound and just dig into everything from the history of the band to where you are right now as a touring act on the road. So let's start with some quick introductions left to right. Just introduce everybody because we are on audio and video. So get the sound of everyone's voice established from left to right.
Todd Harrington, bass.
Johnny Trongone, drums.
Andrew Trongone, guitar and vocals.
Ben White, keyboard and vocals.
Excellent. So it sounds like we have a family band going on here. So how old is the Trongone band? What's the history of the makeup?
Well, it all started in diapers.
Found a tambourine.
Yeah, I mean, me and Johnny have been playing together since I picked up guitar around 10, and we're 2.5 years apart, so he picked up drums just around the same time. And I mean, we've been literally playing together since then. But I would say the Trongone band started to become a thing around.
I mean, this lineup and this music we're playing right now is about to be a year.
Yeah.
So, but we started getting out on the road a little bit. Maybe this is going on like into year 2.
Previous to going out on the road.
Or 3 maybe.
3.
Yeah.
I mean,
We've had members in previous lineups, and then of course our old man was.
Yeah, we started the whole
part of it.
The whole band. So it started with me, Johnny, and our old man.
What's that like? I mean, did he initiate the idea? Did you guys come to him, or it's like he noticed what you were doing one day and was like, I think we should have a band?
Man, it just kind of happened. I guess my dad always played guitar, and that's where I kind of got. That's absolutely where I got the interest from. Yeah, once we picked up guitar and drums, he was like, or I guess I suggested, or he also suggested, it was a mutual thing. He was like, well, let me try bass so we can all play together. So.
And always Southern rock, always the almost like a revivalist, throwback sound.
Yeah, I mean, I started playing on Skinner and Clapton and Stevie Ray Vaughan records and stuff. So that's the roots. And I mean, I've gone all directions since, but kind of came back to that.
So how do you guys decide to stay with that then as a band? Like this is the groove, this is the sound, and we're going to incorporate other things, but deeply rooted in a certain sound.
Sure.
How do you guys get there together? How far
Writing
back?
wise?
Yeah, writing wise, composing wise, and just from that incorporating other things from that bass element.
It seems kind of natural.
Yeah, it's pretty natural, and
We're all kind of on the same page
Yeah.
in terms of, this platform. I think we're all know what works and what we all like individually that works.
Well, it sounds like.
And there's a sound.
Yeah,
and there's
yeah.
a sound that we all want.
Right.
You can tell when it's a little forced, and you guys sound like you're all wanting to
Forced.
do it.
Oh.
No, yeah. Forced. Yeah.
Politely, like, you guys sound forced.
We're here to tell you like it is, gentlemen.
Yeah, all right. Intervention.
This is an intervention. We're here to help.
No more Southern rock.
Everyone has their separate interests and backgrounds, musical backgrounds.
Right.
too.
Everyone kind of brings
something. So.
yeah,
Sure.
something a little.
So what would you say those individual influences are from
shit.
outside?
Yeah.
Huh.
There's so much stuff.
Me,
Yeah.
in terms of as a group, what's
Yeah,
something
let's
that we
say
As a group.
influences that you've learned
Either
from
or.
that have bled into your own creative process and the sounds that you individually I think this should be part of our sound to
Right.
get that crafted.
I think we all we like well-crafted songs, just good songs. A lot of it sort of is in the Americana vein, like what we all kind of check out and agree on, I guess. Agree on sort of weird.
And
But, and it goes way back. I don't even know.
Hard to say.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of hard to say.
Well, the song's the most important part. A lot of bands get too caught up in the I guess jamming aspect of it.
Yeah.
Don't focus. You gotta have a great song.
Yeah, you
Exactly.
gotta have the foundation first, and then if that turns into something live, that's awesome. And that's
And that's something you all do together? Composing songs
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say like we usually like get together and we'll bring ideas to each other and kind of like come up with this like skeleton song, and then we'll bring it to the rest of the guys and we'll get together and then we'll just kind of like pick at it, try it out, see what works, see what doesn't, and then hopefully it becomes something.
Can you tell me maybe the first time you guys in this current form got together and was like, all right, well, this is the roster, this is the sound, this is what we're doing, or was that already established before this new lineup was here?
It just kind of happened, I would say.
What's that? The sound?
Yeah. We
The
did,
lineup.
Oh, the lineup.
like the lineup and the
And,
sound.
and the end
And-
result
and-
of that lineup.
Yeah.
We played that gig at us four at
Was it a brewery?
Licking Hole.
Looking at Creek. Mill Creek.
The licking
It was
hole.
something we've been talking about for a while, and then we got hooked up with the new management, and we were doing like horns, and we were doing like extra players here and there and whatnot. And he was like, "Why don't y'all just rock the 4-piece?" So
How long did that process take?
Todd came in, and then we've just been rocking the 4-piece, and we'll bring in other people for special stuff, but.
Speaking of the special stuff, you guys are known to do some of the tribute nights down
Yeah.
at the Broadberry and Camel, right?
Yeah.
With Ron Holloway.
Yeah.
Doing you guys did the Grateful Dead and the
Yeah.
Stoned as Funk as well.
Yeah,
How
we
did
did.
how did all that come up?
I think we're trying to do like 1 or 2 of those a year now.
But that all started with the Dead is Fun.
Yeah, it's just like ideas I had that kind of. That was actually the Dead thing happened before this even ever happened. That was the first gig. I asked Todd to play that gig because, he's got the funk bass thing happening. So he came in on that gig, and then we're like, "You just want to like join the band or something?"
It went so well, might as well.
Yeah. But yeah, so we did the Dead is Funk thing, and then
And that did really well. Like that was like sold out. I mean, like, so we were like, "Why don't we should use this?"
Yeah.
Maybe try it in some other places
What else
or
did
something.
we do that? I think we did, for Halloween we did an original set, and then the Dead is Funk again, and then our Christmas show was what did we call it? Jerry's
I
Feet.
forgot
Oh yeah,
about
the
that.
Little Feet.
Yeah,
and the
Little Feet and the Jerry Garcia
Mm.
band stuff, which was awesome.
How do
Forgot
you
about that.
incorporate those two different elements like that and infuse it to where and put your own spin on it? Like, because I've listened to a lot of those. It's I wouldn't call it a mashup, but it's certainly an infusion of the two sounds. Not even like an exact replica of the two songs. Like, how long does something like that take? Like, is it do you jam out when you're on stage, or is there like a full rehearsal to figure everything out before you get up there and do it?
Oh, it's like a happy medium of that, I would say. There is definitely a handful of rehearsals, but like Ron just came in and played, and
Ron
Ron
doesn't
doesn't rehearse. So just like, and Jay didn't rehearse with us on that. So like we got together, got the stuff together, the songs, and definitely left spaces for like jamming and solos and whatnot.
And this is all happening in the Richmond area scene, is that correct?
Yeah.
Or what,
Yeah, we're taking it some other places too.
Yeah, we
We've
are
had
taking
some people book that version of the band, and then we did one in Charleston, and then I think we can do a couple more here coming up in the fall.
So when you say that version of the band, what are the distinct differences between that
We'll
version?
bring in a horn section, backup singers,
Stripped down.
maybe like another
Guitar player.
like guitar player or guest, or
Interesting.
yeah, we'll kind of beef up the band a
How
little
are
bit.
you? How are you choosing the tunes that you're covering?
I-
Because some songs obviously lend themselves to a funkier format, but
Yeah.
sometimes it's cool when you take a ballad or something and completely rearrange it.
Yeah, exactly.
Todd's good at that stuff. Rearranging.
I guess for like the last one, the Stones thing, I just like went through and did like a master list of tunes I like to do and like sent it to the group and was like, hey, this is what I'm thinking. Any suggestions? Anybody else there's a certain song anybody wanted to do, and then we just kind of like whittle it down from there after getting together and see what sounds good, see what's gonna work. But yeah, I usually just go through and pick the songs and then run it by these guys and.
Does that bleed out into your live shows when you take the Trongone band on tour? Like what the stuff that you're doing now? Do your as funk songs and compositions? Are you performing any of that stuff on?
Oh
your
yeah, sometimes like because we usually do like a cover or two, at every show, and if it's if time
What are
allows.
some favorites?
Shoot.
I'm sure everyone has a different one.
Yeah.
We can do
I'm
a
hop-
version of
count on it.
Jumpin' Jack Flash.
Yeah, that's
recently,
one we
which is
took
cool.
from the Stones Funk. Yeah, I think
Todd
it's fair to say
rearranged.
That funky intro.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we all love that one.
It's a good one. I don't know if we do. Is there anything hung over from the dead? Is that-
We haven't done any of the Dead stuff lately.
we were doing.
That was a while back, so
Yeah.
it kinda,
Yeah.
we
The
did.
Dead
we
show
did
was
for a
last
while.
June, and then a lot of those bled through.
What's on the brain these days? Bands that you're pulling from, maybe thinking about down the line.
So I don't know if I should say anything. Well, we're gonna probably end up doing one around Halloween in Richmond, and I can't say what we're
That's-
gonna
it's a
do,
good
but
clue, though.
It'll be cool though.
It's a
yeah.
good clue.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So you have the band history. So where are you guys at as far as like things that you're experiencing on the road? Is this your first real tour experience? And
I'd say this.
Not well.
Is
Maybe it's this band.
is this
yeah.
band,
Uh-huh.
yeah. I mean,
how many days you got under your belt so far?
I mean, we've just been doing like weekend runs and stuff. But we've got like a big 2-week thing in June. Then we're going to Europe for like 2 weeks or something.
You're up.
Well,
Yeah.
let's
This
talk
is
about
news
this.
to me.
yeah.
Yeah, tell us about
Tell us
that.
all
Yeah.
about this, please.
Got booked for a private, and then we lined up some other stuff. a private event. Got booked. Actually,
Johnny has a
someone
side
Check the other
gig.
YouTube channel.
got booked for
Look up
someone's
Johnny
wedding.
as the blow up doll.
Some folks from
Oh my god.
some folks from Richmond booked us for their wedding over there. Then we built some other stuff around it,
Oh, very
dates
cool.
and stuff. Yeah.
Where are you hitting? Or where's the
Um,
wedding and where are the dates after?
We fly into Rome.
Flying to
That's a free for all.
Yeah.
honestly.
It's a free for all.
Not even in maybe a line. You're kind of just bouncing all over the place.
I don't know. We actually have. I don't.
The wedding's in Tuscany.
The
right?
wedding's in Tuscany. Yeah.
Fancy.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
Around there.
Actually, I could tell
We're going.
you
I think a lot of the
Lo-
stuff's
logistically, this has got to be pretty. I don't want to say nightmare, but a nightmare.
Yeah, it's-
And like, how are you gonna?
The management
what do you-
did all of it. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
You
they
got
were
your
in charge
gear,
of it.
your back line handled, and everything. All that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
You got
actually,
good
yeah, if you want to know,
management.
we're flying
They-
into Rome,
They did a good job.
and then we go to Lucca, and then we go down to Tuscany for the wedding, and then we go back up to the coast for Livorno.
Laverne and Charlotte.
Livorno.
Yeah.
It's in Livorno, Italy.
Laverne and Shirley.
Surf music bar in Italy.
Yeah. And then we fly out of Paris.
They serve hamburgers.
I think it is like American food. Like
It's perfect.
Super
Of
American.
course. That's hysterical.
Because he matches the sound.
Yeah.
I looked it up.
We're in Italy.
Another
We're gonna eat burger with a
cheeseburger.
pineapple on it, please.
Fantastic. Well, what would you say some of the signature elements of this live show are? Like somebody wants to know about the Trongone band, or Trongone band, excuse me. You're describing it to a new listener, perhaps. How do you describe your band? Like sell, if you were to sell someone on your, or have to.
Yeah.
Slightly effeminate.
Slightly effeminate, very forced.
Yeah.
Come up with a list.
Super
Yeah.
Start writing these down.
Well, what would
American food everywhere we go.
what would you tell people, or how do you tell people?
I just say good old rock and roll.
That's what I said too. I mean, just rock and roll. I mean, I guess in some like of the bios are saying like rock and soul Americana jam is, I guess, but
The classic rock feel.
I
Yeah.
like rock and soul. That's cool.
yeah, rock
Yeah.
and soul is cool.
Yeah.
I would say that that's pretty.
I've been telling
honest
people.
description.
I've been telling people hippie country, but
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, even
that
a little bit of
works.
hippie jazz in there too.
Country.
I mean,
Yeah, Todd's like news to me.
I see these bios. They're like flying right by me.
So you're the dad, right? That was great.
everyone thinks
There's
Todd's
some
the
bios where
There's-
like it's still left over that their pops was like playing bass, and so I'll get the, oh man, you must have had him so young. And I'm like, yeah,
Well,
these boys.
so it sounds like your fans are still getting to know the band. Then, like it's a like
Right,
Yeah.
just the promoters.
do your research, y'all. Yeah, so you're cultivating a fan base locally. You start to do neighboring cities. You're doing a tour. You're going to Europe. What are some other aspirations? I mean, this sounds like a bucket list inside of a tour, almost. Like,
Sure.
We have a record.
The record
we're
would
sort
be
of
the record.
chipping away at.
Yeah.
so have you ever released one before? Anything?
Not this band.
Yeah.
no.
Where are you recording this one?
Not as
Richmond as
Yeah.
well?
Yeah.
Where at?
So we did all the tracking so far at Red Amp Audio.
Heard of that place.
Yeah. Killer Studio. And so we did all the instruments there. And as of now, I think the plan is to...
We don't know.
We're not really sure.
We're legally not
Take
allowed.
this
to say
off.
Johnny is the blow up dog.com.
You just edit that part out because we really don't know.
Yeah.
There's no editing. This is
No,
like,
we're not going to edit
This
anything.
is straight stream.
It's
We're
live
live.
now.
yeah, this is on
Doing
Twitch
it
right now.
live.
People are
just
commenting
got a
on the
call from
boards.
Brett.
It's a mess.
You guys doing what?
So is this a full length?
Give me my money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all of us.
Yeah, full length. Actually, no, we're under
what you
Midwood.
Yeah, we track
Midwood Entertainment.
yeah.
We tracked 8 tunes there, but I mean, we've been writing so much. We're gonna go back and add a few, and maybe
Yeah, there's a couple that we're gonna do today. 2 of them we're gonna do today that we're gonna add.
that are newer than that session, I guess.
In addition to the show you're doing tonight. So you're going to do this interview, you're going to go on and record some stuff, and then do a show at the Hamilton tonight. That's a stacked day. Wow. Taking care of it all in one day, I assume you're going to be on the road very next day, or maybe even after the show?
This. Yeah.
It sounds like you guys are like...
This is like the
Can we
one
see your
weekend
notes?
we're
Yeah.
off. Our little sister's
Just
graduating from high school.
Yeah, so we're doing, this is just a little one-off, and then we're going back home to celebrate my sister graduating high school.
Wolf and I are actually playing with the
Oh, yeah.
DJ Williams project tomorrow for their 13th anniversary party.
Oh, very cool.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
A lot of celebrations tomorrow.
Last 70 celebration.
I mean, it sounds like there's a lot of communal involvement in, like, you know, the band. You guys interact with separate side projects on your own and stuff.
Yeah.
What do you say is your home base? Just in a couple words, like, is it a town? Is it, like, a venue? Like, when you guys are on the road and you're like, I can't wait to get back home. Where's that in your mind?
Richmond.
Richmond, yeah. My bad.
Richmond's awesome.
F.W. Sullivan's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Richmond for sure.
Yeah.
So what? This is our first band.
Broadway's like the home for the band.
Yeah, tell me
though.
about the Richmond scene a little bit, because you guys are the first band from that area. So
It's a great
Oh,
scene
cool,
down there.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Richmond scene's amazing.
yeah. So who did you come up with? Who have you been influenced by, I guess? And who are some people that our listeners, maybe new viewers, should be checking out in addition to the Trongone band?
Oh man, Sleepwalkers.
Yeah.
PBR.
PBR is awesome.
No BS Brass.
Yeah.
All the guys out of Devon's shop.
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone
There's
Records.
all sorts of stuff happening. It's nuts.
Like a Shack band.
Yeah.
Shack
band,
Band,
too.
Southern Bells.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
so
There's
there's so many good bands.
Avers. I'm trying to think of all
Yeah.
like the cool.
Yeah, because certain cities sort of like.
Who are we leaving out?
Yeah.
Who's
Right.
like,
Yeah, they're like,
Trillions.
left us out.
Trillions
Lucy.
are great. Oh, Lucy. Yeah, Lucy. It's just such a great scene.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Like, a lot of
yeah,
great,
we
a
could,
lot of great
literally
music.
sit here and go on and on.
But
Like,
not
yeah,
even
it's
like, because a lot of areas are known for certain genres. Like, is it a mixed bag of certain acts, like, or common denominator
It's
being?
definitely a mix for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah, that's interesting because
Yeah.
we're trying to cover this show in all regions, and this is sort of like an education for us and some of our viewers, hopefully. So,
Sweet.
yeah. But let's see.
What do you have looking forward to this summer? I guess this'll air sometime in July. So
Mid
for
festival season.
Mid July and on. What are you really looking forward to? Maybe.
When's this gonna air?
It's already
clear with
aired.
the
We're
quotes.
live.
I got some paperwork I gotta just.
End of June.
End of June ish.
Oh, cool.
End of June, yeah, we'll be. That's exactly when we'll be flying to Italy, so we'll be looking forward to that. Then coming back,
Got a bunch of festivals.
a bunch of festivals, yeah, for the rest of the summer.
Coming back and playing the Brooklyn Bowl, right? Or no? Hill Country.
We're doing it in New York.
It ain't in Brooklyn.
We're doing.
Broken Ball. That's cool.
I think we're literally flying from Is it England? Are we out of England?
For a layover
Heathrow?
in Paris.
London
and
to
London.
London
to New York to a gig, which
Shit.
yeah, I invite everybody to come film that one.
Yeah.
Like, I'll send the whole crew. It's gonna be hysterical.
It might
crazy.
Be,
Like,
it might be good.
I think it'd be awesome.
I feel like that's
That
tired
crazy
day.
energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes those are the best ones.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Doing 2 nights in New York, one in Brooklyn, one in Manhattan at Hill Country.
What are some
2-night
road
rodeo.
goals all over these places? You're going to Europe. You're going to be in New York immediately after being in London. Like, do you like see like when I'm in Paris or when I'm in Italy, we got to do this. We got to grab like. Are you that kind of band where you grab like tchotchkes or souvenirs or mementos from the
Tea.
road?
Only American food.
Yeah.
Todd is like,
It's
always
just a good
Just
burger.
Todd.
Yeah, that's just me. Yeah.
So
Like,
kind of the dad.
Todd-
There's
Todd's
separate
like,
agendas.
we gotta
separate
grab.
agendas. We gotta see this, taste this.
I'm like,
I feel like I'm always saying like I wish we had time to go do this or go, you know what I mean?
Right.
Do that whole thing.
Yeah, you kind of hope you can, but just being pulled in too many different directions.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we're always
it's
just
too busy.
driving
Yeah.
30 minutes behind
Traveling.
trying to get somewhere.
Yeah.
Listening to a voice in a box.
yeah.
When does it all start to calm down again? It sounds like you're bouncing just 3 different tours almost.
It's like a little bit of time in August, and then like maybe it's a little bit of time off, and then September is like nuts again, and then
Yeah. Falls nuts.
fall's nuts.
All the while trying to record the album.
And then the record will come out hopefully at the end of fall, and then it'll be a big thing with that. So
Wow. So, can you talk about the album at all in terms of the differences between what you're doing now and what you're putting down on this album? Is there anything as far as sound or anything like that? You're going different places maybe, or incorporating different stuff?
There's definitely some differences because a lot of those songs we wrote a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And now we're writing some stuff that's a little bit different. You know, it's, I don't know.
It'll
Yeah.
be a nice little sampler of the past year in
Yeah.
terms of like where
I
we've been,
agree.
where we're going, where we're at, all that stuff.
We're still working on the sound.
But on a whole, it sounds like a meditation of your just ongoing experiences almost.
Sure.
Right.
Wow.
That's a good way to put it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I try to use the fancy words and stuff.
yeah, we'll use that.
We'll give you credit
Take
for that.
Well, you got somebody write that down.
Yeah.
And
Well-
the dad meditates.
There's some links to transcendental meditation.
Yeah. And your dad.
Well, we're getting closer to the performance, I'd say. Is there anything closing out as far as where you're going to be on the road or something you'd like to ask?
Yeah, Mr. Trongone, what was it like growing up with 2 fantastically talented musicians in your house?
I had a
Like-
great cattle prod. I don't know. Sit down, Johnny.
But anyway, sorry.
Anyway, so let's go over your dates. This is a one-off here. You go back and then you hit the road again.
Mm-hmm.
When?
Wednesday night, I guess.
Before you jump to Europe, how long is the tour? For our listeners, if they wanted to catch you guys, say we'll be at the end of June. You'll be on the road in Europe, so hopefully we have some people listening in Europe.
Cool.
But America, you said you start in New York?
No, we're actually going out to Florida,
Hmm.
and then we work our way back up, and then we got to Tennessee, and then back to I guess Virginia, and then we have a couple things in Virginia and Maryland, and then I think we go to Europe.
Excellent. Well, last question. Social media, anything you'd like to check us out online at, you guys on Twitter, do you do any of that stuff really as for the band?
Yeah. Facebook, Instagram.
Andrew's tweeting now.
Just got the
Right now.
Just got the Twitter fired up.
Todd's the Snapchat must follow.
Yeah. Follow
Oh,
Todd
I
on
should probably do
Snapchat.
that. Yeah.
Todd RVA.
Well, I think the talking is done, and we're going to do some playing now.
Cool.
How does that
Sweet.
sound?
Awesome.
All right. Well, thank you for sitting in on the interview, and stick around for the performance. This is Mike Sains and Chris Lee, Trongone Band. See you around the bend.